This week, the sophomore star managed to torch her own teammates and then turn her fire on one of the most respected veterans in WNBA history, Courtney Vandersloot. The problem? Vandersloot wasn't about to sit back and let a young player rewrite her story. And when she finally responded, it wasn't subtle. It was a clapback that echoed through the league and exposed just how fragile things have become inside the Chicago Sky locker room. From LSU to Chicago, Reese has built a reputation on stirring the pot. Some called it swagger, others called it immaturity, but it always brought headlines. For a while, that fueled her brand. But controversy doesn't win championships, and when you start disrespecting the veterans who paved the way, the act wears thin. Especially when that veteran is a 5-time All-Star, 2-time WNBA champion, and 7-time assist leader who has given more to the game than Reese has even had time to imagine. Vandersloot's resume isn't just impressive, it's untouchable compared to where Reese is now. Yet here came Angel Reese, questioning her age, her durability, and even her role in Chicago's future. Those words weren't tossed around in a locker room. They weren't whispered in frustration after a tough practice. They were said publicly, on record, for the entire league and every fan to hear. That's not honesty, that's recklessness. And that's exactly how you torch trust inside a locker room that was already gasping for stability. Vandersloot has been rehabbing from a torn ACL, grinding in silence with brutal workouts and endless rehab sessions. She didn't beg for sympathy. She didn't ask for handouts. She just put her head down, determined to come back stronger. And then she hears her own teammates suggest to the world that she's too old, too broken, and not reliable. It's more than disrespect, it's betrayal. And it's the kind of comment that veterans never forget. So when Vandersloot was asked about her future, she didn't dodge. She didn't speak in coded messages. She fired back. Contrary to what people say or think, my age is not a factor. I'm coming back better than ever. No hashtags, no theatrics, no passive-aggressive jabs. Just truth. Just a veteran calmly asserting what she's already proven time and again. Her value doesn't diminish because of an injury or a birthday. In that moment, Reese's words collapsed under the weight of reality. She swung for a legend and missed badly. The irony is painful. Reese hasn't even finished 2 full seasons in the league. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark, her so-called rival, though most of that rivalry lives only in Reese's imagination, has already become the face of a franchise. Clark is carrying the Indiana Fever back into relevance, rewriting history with her poise, production, and leadership. Reese, on the other hand, is busy creating chaos within her own team, alienating the very veterans who could have been her mentors. That's the difference between a cornerstone and a cautionary tale. The fallout in Chicago has been brutal. The Sky handed Reese a suspension, half a game. That's not discipline. That's window dressing. It's the kind of punishment that insults veterans more than it protects them. It told the entire league that the Sky wanted to look like they were taking action without actually risking their stars' minutes. To the fans, the media, and Reese's teammates, it looked weak. And weakness spreads fast inside a franchise already cracking at the seams. The contrast between Vandersloot and Reese couldn't be clearer. Vandersloot responded to adversity with focus, discipline, and professionalism. Reese responded with arrogance, immaturity, and distraction. At the start of the season, Reese was missing layups at a shocking rate, yet her teammates never dragged her in public. They defended her, supported her, and stood by her. None of them ran to the media to embarrass her. But when Vandersloot faced her own battle, Reese went on record questioning whether she was worth trusting at all. That's not leadership. That's self-sabotage. And then there's the fan base. Caitlin Clark's supporters build her up, celebrate her game, and amplify her greatness. Reese's fans, they went nuclear, attacking Vandersloot online, trashing her career, and acting like 2 championships and 7 assist titles mean nothing. That isn't passion, it's toxicity. And whether Reese likes it or not, a fan base becomes part of her brand. Right now, that brand is looking ugly. The beauty of Vandersloot's clapback was its simplicity. She didn't scream, she didn't rant, she didn't lower herself into the mud. She spoke her truth calmly and directly, and let her career do the rest of the talking. Reese may have the hype machine of social media, but Vandersloot has something Reese can't fake: credibility. When Vandersloot says she'll be back, people believe her. When Reese talks about the team needing better players, fans roll their eyes. That credibility gap is massive, and it grows with every careless comment. The bigger question now is whether Reese even has a future in Chicago. Rumors are swirling that she's already asking out, already signaling to the front office that she won't accept another offseason of what she calls bums being brought in. But what free agent in their right mind would walk into this circus? Why would a veteran risk their reputation joining a team where the supposed star throws teammates under the bus on camera? Trust is the currency of winning franchises, and Reese is burning it faster than the Sky can earn it. The Sky's front office hasn't helped. Their weak suspension, their unwillingness to hold Reese fully accountable, and their silence in the face of growing dysfunction all make them look powerless. If ownership thought they could protect the brand by protecting Reese, they miscalculated. What they've actually done is alienate veterans, destabilize the locker room, and send a message to the entire league that Chicago is a mess. And still, the comparisons to Caitlin Clark won't go away. Clark has endured targeting, physical fouls, and endless criticism, yet she never once dragged her teammates down to lift herself up. She takes the hits, gets back up, and moves her team forward. That's why fans love her. That's why sponsors flock to her. That's why she's the face of the WNBA's growth. Reese, by contrast, is stuck in the drama she keeps creating, unable to see that every outburst pushes her further away from being taken seriously as a leader. The Draymond Green comparison gets tossed around a lot, and it fits. Reese racks up technical fouls, thrives on confrontation, and always finds herself in the middle of drama. But here's the catch. Draymond has 4 NBA championships to back it up. Chaos is tolerated when it produces rings. Reese hasn't come close to earning that level of leeway. Without the wins, her antics don't look like passion. They look like immaturity. Zoom out, and the stakes are bigger than just Chicago. The WNBA is finally surging in national attention, pulling bigger crowds, capturing more headlines, and positioning itself for long-term growth. Caitlin Clark is at the center of that momentum, a magnet for fans and sponsors. Reese benefits from that spotlight, but instead of elevating herself, she's generating the wrong kind of headlines. At a time when the league needs stability, professionalism, and leaders who can carry the torch, she's delivering distractions, suspensions, and fractured locker rooms. That's why Vandersloot's words hit so hard. They weren't just about her own comeback. They were a reminder that respect is non-negotiable, that leadership is built on consistency, not controversy, that championships are earned, not declared. Vandersloot has already proven everything Reese hopes to accomplish. Reese, meanwhile, is still trying to prove she belongs, so now Chicago faces a choice. Do they continue enabling Reese, hoping she matures into the leader they imagined? Or do they cut ties before her reputation sinks the entire franchise? Because make no mistake, if she can't respect a legend like Courtney Vandersloot, why should anyone believe she'll respect the game, the league, or even her own teammates? Angel Reese thought she was speaking truth. What she actually did was expose her immaturity. Courtney Vandersloot didn't just clap back. She drew a line in the sand. Respect isn't optional. And if Reese doesn't figure that out soon, she won't just be done in Chicago. She might be done, period. Do you think Angel Reese should be fired by the Chicago Sky? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let us know if you think she's crossed the line. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss the latest breakdowns.